The future. It's something that all of us are eager to get into in one form or another. Whether it be an event they want to go to and attend, or a movie they want to watch, or just to get out of the week they're in. The future looks bright. For things like the military, the future isn't just about the new threats they might be tackling, but the weapons that they'll be using to try and stop them. Every major power is working on new weapons to try and change the game, and some of them might be closer than you might think. Allow us to show you the most insane weapons of the future. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 7. Laser weapons. Let's get right to the heart of the matter, okay? When every sci-fi movie or TV show comes out, what do they think will be the future of weaponry? Laser weapons. They have different names like the phaser, PPG, blaster rifles, you name it, but they all have the same purpose: shooting lasers at the enemy. The irony of laser weapons is that, in theory, they are possible in the near future. Mainly because we do have lasers of all kinds here on Earth right now, including ones that are used to cut metal with extreme precision. The downside is that these lasers, the ones that hurt anyway, take a lot of power to fuel its focused beams. Making a laser pointer is easy, and it doesn't hurt outside of shining it in your eye. And though there are laser weapons out there in the world right now, like in the US Navy, they're massive and not exactly the most portable things around. But in the future, who knows what'll happen? More than likely, someone will come up with the idea that allows laser weapons to be portable and put into the hands of soldiers. And when that happens, we'll be able to say, "Fire the laser!" 6. EMP bombs. Another weapon that is technically around now, but might be a major weapon of the future, is the EMP bomb. EMP stands for electromagnetic pulse. It was a byproduct found in the original atomic bomb tests. The bombs discharged an incredible amount of electric energy that shorted out things in a certain area. And they've since refined the technology to be small, portable, and able to wipe out whole cities. If you recall the movie Ocean's 11, they used a version of an EMP to go and black out Las Vegas for their heist. This wasn't an exaggeration of what a true EMP can do. The reason we're calling this a true future weapon is, imagine if they're able to amplify it to such a degree that they're able to knock out the electricity in not just a city, but a whole country. It's true that nuclear destruction is a viable threat, but if you were to knock out the electronics of a whole country, especially one like the United States, England, China, Japan, that would literally send them back to the Stone Age. Everything that they built up to make life easier would be useless. And, not so ironically, EMPs are illegal to build outside of the military, and the government of the US has been working to counteract an EMP attack. So, they're taking it very seriously. 5. Magneto Hydrodynamic Explosive Munition. Mayhem. Battling armored vehicles isn't easy. The preferred weapon of choice to dispose of them is an RPG, but technology has advanced in such a way that a new type of missile warhead has been created. This is called the Magneto Hydrodynamic Explosive Munition, or Mayhem. Typical RPGs use an explosive charge to fire the rocket head, but here, a magnetic flux generator actually launches the rocket forward to its target. While this may not seem like a big difference, the magnetic version is actually more accurate, as well as more efficient. Not to mention that because it doesn't need an explosive charge to launch it, it's actually a bit safer than previous models. The rocket's heads themselves have molten metal within them, allowing them to better penetrate the armored vehicles they're targeting. Now, how active this is in the military is unknown, though it's believed that China might have gotten its hands on one and reversed engineered it. That's unclear at this time, though. But if they are as effective as hoped, this could lead to a new wave of weapons that could help take down any vehicle, which would be important, yet also very dangerous. 4. Drone armies. This one is yet another that could be defined as in our very near future. Because right now, throughout the world, drone research is being done by the military and beyond to help start the next phase of warfare. You already know of weapons like Predator drones that are able to go and drop missiles with good accuracy on targets, while their pilots are hundreds or thousands of miles away. You also know of drones that are used for recon missions and have a variety of cameras used to spy on targets. But those are just the first generation of drone warfare, if you will. They are growing, and some of them are being tested right now in frighteningly efficient manners. There are drones that are a fraction of the size of Predators and are able to carry a handgun and fire it, a machine gun and fire it accurately, and even drop smaller bombs on more focused targets. Imagine a legion of drones that can rain down bullets from the sky with great accuracy and wipe out a squad of foes before they even realize what's shooting at them. That's the future we're heading towards. But for the true future weapons application, imagine an AI commanding a squad of vehicles on its own and not just firing weapons, but adapting to the battlefield situation in order to move out of the fleet and secure victory. At present, robot vehicles are out in the field, but most have simple functions or have remote controls. But with AI help, it could lead to a new breed of warfare as a whole. And Skynet, that's inevitable. Number 1, Project Thor. In the movie G.I. Joe Retaliation, Cobra Commander instituted a plan to put satellites into space that would drop massive rods of metal from the sky to the ground with such devastation that it would destroy a city, even being shown destroying London with just one drop. Believe it or not, this is a real project that was considered by the United States, and it would be called Project Thor. It's believed that the project was never fully implemented due to the cost of making it and getting the massive rods up to space. But many presidents considered it for an obvious reason: lack of fallout. Because while nuclear devices are powerful, they cause radiation fallout and EMP damage that won't be easy to fix or rebuild. But with a rod of solid tungsten like Project Thor would drop, the metal would just be dropped and the kinetic energy would build up and would just plow into the earth with such force it would be like a nuclear bomb, but with no damage outside the kinetic. Given the desire for weapons with less fallout, it's perfectly reasonable to think that such a weapon could be built by many nations today and thus be a true future of warfare. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at future weapons that might be coming to a planet near you? Do you think that any of these weapons will indeed be the future of fighting and warfare? Which ones do you feel will cause the most damage or create the most impact on the battlefield? Or are there new weapons that we just haven't thought of yet that'll be the true insane weapons of the future? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time on the channel.